In the event of an emergency, it can become difficult to provide a community with commodities it needs in a timely manner. When traditional means are not available to provide these materials, which could include vaccines, water, food, or a variety of other materials, your community may use a point of dispensing, or pod. A pod may feel very complex and intimidating if you've never participated in one, but don't worry. Today we are going to preview a virtual pod and see how it can keep you and your community safe. Pod sites are generally selected due to population density and traffic patterns. Most pods will be placed in areas that can accommodate an influx of the population without creating potentially dangerous circumstances. For today's virtual pod, there will be 4 stations to navigate. 1. Client intake and form distribution. 2. Screening. 3. Dispensing. And 4. Exiting the pod. Step 1. Client intake and forms distribution. Pods are set up to distribute commodities to one individual or to an individual representing a household or organization. If you are representing a household or organization, you will transport the commodities and disseminate them to individuals off-site. Please note that in the event of vaccine distribution, you may need to complete paperwork describing how many doses you will require. Please complete as much of the forms as you are able. If you have questions, inquire with a pod staff member, and they will be able to help you or direct you to the appropriate person or department. Step 2. Screening. Screening staff will review your intake forms, answer exposure questions, and instruct individuals to proceed to the dispensing lines. Step 3. Dispensing. Dispensing staff are medical professionals who hand out medications and may administer vaccinations for individuals listed on intake forms. This staff will also be able to answer any questions you may have about potential medication usage or concerns. Step 4. Exiting the pod. You have navigated our virtual pod and are ready to take commodities back to your family, friends, or organization. Please double check to make sure you have collected your personal belongings before exiting the pod. Feel free to share what you've learned here today with others, and when the time comes to utilize a pod for a real-world emergency, we hope this information will make the process easier and less stressful. Visit us online or through social media for more information about public health emergency preparedness.